Hello there, this is Mr. Paul's Pantry. I'm Mr. Paul. If you're new here, a very warm welcome, nice to meet you. And if you're a returning visitor, then it's nice to have you back again. Now my recipe today is a very old favourite of mine and of my customers. I've made it successfully for many years in my bakery in England and also here in Spain. It's called raspberry buns. I call them old-fashioned raspberry buns because it's the very first recipe, or no, one of the first recipes, sorry, that I was taught to make when I went to catering college all those years ago, and I've made them ever since. It's a very popular cake, but people don't seem to make it at home for some unknown reason. Now, we call them raspberry buns, but in the trade we always call them thumbprint buns, and I'll show you why when we start making them. These are the ingredients you're going to need. 200 grams of self-raising flour, 100 grams of room temperature soft butter so you can just push your finger into it, 100 grams of sugar, white sugar, granulated or caster. Don't please send me millions of messages saying, can you use brown sugar? Can you use icing sugar? Can you use raw sugar? Can you use cube sugar? No, the answer is no. It has to be white, granulated or caster. You need a tablespoon, and I use a tablespoon measure because all my tablespoons in the cutlery drawer are different sizes. So I make sure I use this little measuring spoon. 1 tablespoon of milk, a pinch of salt and 1 fresh egg, and some jam to finish it off. Traditionally it's raspberry jam, but I suppose you can use any you like. I've tried other jams and it doesn't taste the same to me. It has to be raspberry for me. So these are the ingredients and I'll show you how to put them together. We need to add first of all the flour and the butter. And we're going to just gently with our fingertips rub that into the flour as if you were making pastry. Nice and gently. Keep lifting it up so we get it aerated nicely. Now we want to do this just for a short while until it looks like fresh breadcrumbs. Just want to make sure all the butter is incorporated into the flour. We're almost there. If you have your butter at room temperature, so you can just push your finger into it, it'll work in much easier. There's no need for this recipe to have chilled butter or frozen butter and grating it in. There's no need for all that. And as you can see now, it's looking very much like fresh breadcrumbs. Next thing we're going to add in is the sugar. We'll give that a little mix. And a pinch of salt. That a little mix. Make a little well in the centre, and we're going to crack the egg into the middle there. Just mix that in a little bit, and then we're going to put in the tablespoon of milk. We need to work that now until it comes a nice smooth dough together. Once you've got it all mixed in, you can of course put your hands in there. There's no point in putting your hand in at the moment when it's very sticky, where the egg is not mixed in and the milk's not mixed in. So there we're going, it's nicely mixed in now. It's all going together into a ball. It needs to be a softer dough than scones, a stickier dough than scones. I don't know if you can see that. It is a much softer dough than scones are. Now to put it on the work surface. Make sure we get every bit out. Okay, push it together in a nice ball. Now in the bakery, because we have to have everything the same, exactly the same size, you don't want one bigger than the other. Otherwise you get customers coming in saying, can I have that bigger one at the back please? We don't want that. But here, when you're making it at home, it doesn't matter. You need to just divide it up into whatever size you want to make. This I'm going to make today will make 8. Okay. So we're going to divide that in half again, and in half again. That's 4. Oh, sorry, it's going to make more than 8. I beg your pardon. 2, 4, 6. Oh, so 8. That's right. That's what we're doing. That's it. I'll just get my baking tray and we'll carry on from there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take each one and roll it into a ball and place it on the tray. Just like that. Now you can make these whatever size you want. You don't have to make them the size I'm making them, but these are just a nice size to have with a cup of tea. So there we are. Now the reason we used to call them thumbprint buns is because we used to go around and push a hole in the top like that. Just move that one there. And that's where we're going to put the jam. Not a lot. A small teaspoon or half a teaspoon. It doesn't need a lot, otherwise it'll start boiling out everywhere and make a right old mess of everything. Using my left hand, and I don't know why I started doing that, because I'm definitely not left-handed. And those are raspberry buns ready to go in the oven. They go in at 200 degrees and they'll be in there for about 15-20 minutes, that's all. Okay, I'll be back when they're ready. I'll let them cool and then I'll have a taste. So here we are, they're nice and cool now, and I think we're going to just have a taste. Very nice. Excuse me. Very, very nice. Not too sweet. Crunchy on the outside. Nice and soft on the inside. Well, if you've enjoyed the video, go down below and give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions, drop them down there as well. And I do read them all, and I will try to answer as many as I possibly can. If you haven't subscribed already, press the subscribe button, and at the side you'll see a little bell icon. If you click on that, you'll get a message every time I put up a new video, so you won't miss one. Well, this is Mr. Paul saying bye for now, and I'll see you next time.